there's a couple of the other ones, right?
Yeah.
Kind of similar to here.
Your Excellency, Dr. Kalam, Ambassador Agaravan, distinguished guests and friends from the Indian community in Ireland, dear colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. It is a real privilege and a great honor to welcome to the University today His Excellency Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, President of India from 2002 to 2007. On behalf of the Provost of Trinity College, John Hegarty, of the Chancellor of the University, Mary Robinson, and the whole college community, I wish to extend our warmest welcomes to you on this momentous day for the college. We are extremely proud and grateful that you have included Trinity College on your visit to Ireland and that you have chosen the college to give to us a keynote address on your vision for the future of your great country. We are all very much looking forward to this speech, but before I invite you to deliver it, allow me to say that your visit comes at a very good moment for the college, as we are currently, on all levels, intensifying our engagement with India. Trinity has a long and distinguished history of strong links with India, dating back to the 18th and 19th century. We established a chair of Oriental languages in 1762, a chair of Sanskrit, and many other classical languages in the 19th century. The study of India was prominent, for example, in engineering. Our graduates were involved in the development of the Indian railways. They were involved in the geological survey. More than 150 graduates entered the Indian civil service, trained at Trinity's Indian Civil Service School. Most of the Trinity men who made a difference to India indeed graduated in this very hall, the public theatre, where our commencement ceremonies take place. Men like William Russell, James Adams, and perhaps most notably George Grierson, who spearheaded and edited the groundbreaking linguistic survey of India. This is history, a shared history between India and Ireland, but today we are building on this history and are renewing our intensive engagement with India. Last year, the college established the South Asia Initiative at Trinity College, which I have the privilege to chair. The aim of this initiative is to strengthen and focus teaching and research, particular on India, to establish partnerships with cognate institutions in India, and to develop scholarly and outreach events relating to India and the wider region. It started as an initiative in the arts and humanities and is based in the Longloom Hub, our Humanities Research Institute, but it encompasses the whole range of disciplines across the humanities, social sciences, and sciences. Over 70 researchers across the universities are engaged with teaching and research on India and are in collaboration with Indian colleagues and institutions. We have a growing number of students from India at all levels and are extremely fortunate to have them contributing to our research strength. In our efforts to strengthen our engagement with India, we have been very generously supported by many individuals and groups from within the Indian community. And it is my very great privilege to be able to announce today, on this auspicious occasion and in this most distinguished company of Your Excellency, the establishment of 2 key posts in Indian studies, made possible by the generous support from the Indian community in Ireland and the Indian government. The first post, a lectureship in Indian history, is largely funded by the Indian community here in Ireland. The second one is a visiting professorship funded by the Indian Council for Cultural Relations. Both posts will form the nucleus of a future Centre for Indian Studies. They will transform our engagement with India and will enable our students to develop a much deeper understanding and appreciation of India's rich history, culture, and society. We are extremely grateful for the unprecedented generosity of the Indian community and the enthusiasm for this project. It is quite a unique and innovative form of collaboration, and I'm gratified that today I have the opportunity not only to announce these two posts, but to express on the occasion of your visit the college's deep gratitude for this crucial support in difficult times. To many members of the Indian community who are present here today. This word of thanks goes to the whole Indian community and its organizations, but in particular to a number of its representatives whose vision and courage have been instrumental for realizing our ambitious plans, and whose support and enthusiasm is extremely heartening and encouraging for the college. And I just mentioned, representing the whole community, Dr. Yaspir Singh Puri, Ms. Raka Puri, Mr. Gurgar Singh Chadha, Mrs. Baljinder Kaur Chadha, Mr. ML Shori, Mr. Ashish Diwan, and Mrs. Rupi Diwan. Our heartfelt thanks go out to you, and we are looking forward to an intensive and mutually beneficial and enriching cooperation in the years to come. I would also give a very sincere thanks to Lord Rana, who has been with the South Asia Initiative since in its inception, has been given us vital support, encouragement and advice, and has been instrumental for bringing Dr. Kalam here today. Our warmest thanks also go to Ambassador Raghavan, a true friend of the college, who could not have been more supportive, who is active on so many levels, and who is crucial for getting the generous support of the ICCR, the Indian Council for Cultural Relations. I would also like to mention and thank two members from our School of History and Humanities, two scholars in history, Professor David Dixon and Dr. Dina Heath, whose teaching and research on India has been enthusiastically welcomed by the students and the whole college community. And I just mentioned them as a pars pro toto for the whole community of scholars, which of course extends well beyond the history and humanities. Ladies and gentlemen, before I introduce Dr. Kalam and invite him to speak, let me just mention the next event to which we hope to have you all back in college. On the 26th of July, we will be hosting the Ranji Plate, a cricket match between Indian and Irish team here on the cricket pitch just beside the library buildings. As was recently confirmed, Ireland is not so good in cricket against India. But despite this, it will be a good event, and it is an event that is to be repeated annually. Ladies and gentlemen, as you all know, Dr. Kalam was the 11th President of India from 2000 and 2007. He trained as an aeronautical engineer at one of India's top science institutions, the IIT at Madras. He was crucially involved in India's space and missile program and has been the government's principal scientific advisor in many roles and forms for decades. Before and during his presidency, he was one of the chief architects of India's policies on innovation through technology and education. His visions for India's future have inspired and encouraged millions of people all over India and beyond, and continue to do so. We welcome to the college Dr. Kalam as a most eminent scientist, as a writer and deeply committed educator for whom, like for us in the college here, the education of the coming generations holds the key to the future, not only of our societies, but indeed of our planet. We welcome to the college a true visionary and humanitarian. It is my pleasure and privilege to invite Your Excellency to speak to us now on your vision for India as a developed country in 2020. The vision elevates the nation.